Hi, I'm Avril Sorter, and I'm going to be your instructor as we go through the Cisco CCNA wireless training course that's provided by TrainSignal. Now, let's start by discussing what is the course itself. Now, the course objectives are twofold. The first one is to provide you with the information and key industry insights that will help you design, configure, manage, operate a Cisco wireless network. The second objective is to help you prepare and to actually take the Cisco CCNA wireless certification exam, number 640722. Now, many of you may be familiar with the fact that there are 5 levels of certification within Cisco. It builds from an entry level to associate, professional, expert, and then architect. And these certifications are available in different subject areas, and the subject area that's the focus of this course is wireless. Now, CCNA Wireless stands for Cisco Certified Network Associate Wireless, so it's at the associate level and is a prerequisite should you want to go on and get your Cisco Certified Network Professional. So this course is aimed at the associate certification level. In terms of prerequisites for your CCNA wireless certification, the Cisco website quotes that you should have a valid CCNA certificate or any Cisco CCIE certificate. So who is an ideal candidate for this training course? So it's really focused on students that wish to develop an associate level knowledge and skill that's required to configure and implement and then support wireless LANs that use Cisco equipment. The expectation is after this course that you should be able to support a basic wireless network on a Cisco wireless LAN in a small to medium-sized business environment. In terms of your skill set coming into this course, it pays to have a working knowledge of both computing devices as well as networking devices such as switches and routers and the protocols that are used. It's not expected that you have any prior wireless knowledge, but of course it's always desirable if you have some prior knowledge, and particularly it's very important through this training to make sure that you get hands-on experience with the equipment itself. So let's talk through what you can expect from this course and what you should be able to do once you've taken this course. There are 6 areas of expertise. The first one is you should develop a good understanding of wireless LAN fundamentals, from how they work, to the frequencies that they're using, to what the expected performance is when you actually deploy and implement a wireless LAN. Second, you should be able to install a basic wireless LAN system, and that will consist of autonomous and lightweight access points, wireless LAN controllers, and you should be able to interface that into the existing wired infrastructure. In addition, you should feel comfortable with the wireless LAN client profiles, i.e. in a laptop or a tablet, you'll have different settings that you can configure in order to connect to a wireless LAN, and you need to be familiar with those different features and capabilities. Absolutely critical is that wireless LANs in an enterprise environment are secure. And it's important, therefore, to step through the various 802.11 authentication and encryption options that you have available to secure the wireless LAN. And then lastly, not only should you be able to deploy it, but you should be able to troubleshoot common wireless LAN problems. And that might vary from finding interference sources to tracking down basic connectivity problems. Now, your wireless LAN must fit in to your wired infrastructure, and so it's really important that you understand how to configure routers and switches and perform basic network troubleshooting when you come in and take the CCNA wireless exam, because we're going to build on that knowledge and extend it as we go into the wireless environment. And so you should feel comfortable understanding the different layers of the OSI model and understand where the wireless networks actually fit and interconnect into the wired network. So when you're taking this course, a couple of things to bear in mind. I try to be engaging and a little bit entertaining as I give you the information, share some warnings, some advice, as well as go through the facts that you need to understand when you're deploying wireless networks. I would suggest that you really try to listen to the content, to take notes during my presentation, and try and identify the areas that you think you need to dig down deeper and make sure that you understand. Now, one of the advantages you have of it being a video recording is that you can watch it many times until you really grasp the key aspects. And so I would encourage you to go back and re-listen to areas that maybe are built on as you go through this course. Just go back and reiterate parts of it and make sure that you really have a good understanding as you advance through the actual modules themselves. And so take an iterative approach, look at those areas that interest you, go back and restudy things that you perhaps just weren't quite sure of, or perhaps forgot some of what I said, and just reiterate it. I cannot encourage you enough to just feel free to redo things and to jump around if you want, to try and find the right learning system for yourself. Now, when I listen to videos and to training, I always like to kind of surf the web and look at additional information. You may want to pull up the standards themselves. You might want to pull up the Cisco product documentation, the Cisco command line instruction manual. Use that information as additional resources and just check things out. Look to see if someone's asked Cisco some queries about how a product works. Really expand the knowledge that you have being provided in this course to look at other sources of information. I think this is really important to give you a very deep and broad level experience of not only the understanding you need to take the certification exam, but going on to really grasp the Cisco products and some of the challenges that exist when people are deploying and getting this equipment into use in small and medium-sized enterprise environments. So in addition to listening to the lessons in this training course, I would encourage you to duplicate the labs that I show you and really get a good first-hand feeling of the Cisco equipment. And in this diagram, I just want to show you the setup that I have for this training course. And you can see it's fairly basic, but it's good enough to give you a very broad experience. And you can see that in the center here I have a Cisco switch and a Cisco router, and then from that I have my access points, and I have lightweight and autonomous mode access points. I also have a wireless LAN controller, and of course I have the wireless control system, and the laptop that's running the wireless control system is also my DNS and DHCP server running on a Windows Server 2003 environment. And then I have a PC which I use to access the different network components either through those web interfaces or into the CLI interface. So I really hope you really enjoy this course, and good luck.